Oh, hello and good evening. You know, y'all already know who it is. Um, yeah. So I was doing some realizations earlier today. So me, I'm someone who actually likes to watch TV. TV shows and movies, but I don't never really have time to be catching them when they come on at designated times and stuff like that. So I'll probably catch them on like Netflix or whatever. But so it's something that's been like I've heard the saying before that a lot of times corruption or things that's happening or something that's pretty much considered like a conspiracy. A lot of times, they can be so true that they actually like the media or Hollywood or whatever would actually um, literally be writing scripts and other things in those particular natures right there on screens, and they're basically showing it to us every single day, but many of us never really think about how, real these things could actually be. We're just considering it like entertainment, when you think about the term television programming, it's like I heard someone once say that it's called television program for a reason. It's to get you programmed and used to seeing something, and then when it's actually brought to your actual physical, more tangible, like you can reach and touch it. Once it's brought to your full attention, you'll think it's cool because it seems like something you've seen on TV. You know. So I'm watching these two shows, Manifest and Black Lightning, right? Manifest is basically about this plane. It was a commercial plane called Flight 828, and they basically half of a family. Well, these people, they took off on a plane that was supposed to go to New York, and when they went into the sky, all of a sudden something happens. Something happens in the sky. It's a huge lightning storm and everything, a whole lot of electricity, turbulence, all this stuff. But then next thing you know, when they finally land, it's 5.5 years later. And all these people, they develop these kind of like, I guess you can call it almost abilities. And it's almost kind of like, they start to mention certain things within the show about how we're all connected, or basically some people can even sense when or they get what's called a calling, when people basically can sense when something mysteriously dangerous is about to happen, or when someone has the ability to sense when someone may be in trouble, and they can probably be right there. They can be there at the right time to be able to help someone, or whatever the case may be. And I don't know. I just find that kind of interesting how that show has certain scenes or certain things that are being said, because most of it is mentioning like the ionosphere, and about how the use of certain technology is being used against people to basically study them in a way, right? Then you got Black Lightning superhero show. It's about this family who basically the majority of them have superpowers because they have this particular gene that that basically gave them superpowers. But there's also other people within the show that have superpowers because they possess this gene as well. But there's in what is this? I think it's like the fourth season. Is it season 4? I think it's season 4. And in this, they have this one particular scene in I think it was like episode 6. And well, actually, there's different things all over the show that where they're talking about things about like remote neural monitoring. They're talking about how people's brains are basically, or at least the electrical activity in the neuron firings are being monitored by computers and stuff like that, and their memories are being uploaded, to a cloud, and it's so much stuff that, like, as I'm sitting there watching it, and I'm thinking about my experiences, and I'm watching it on TV, and I'm like, the entertainment industry is bold, or at least these writers and producers, they are bold. They're like literally, like, it's like they're talking about what's supposed to be a secret, but yet they put it into these films and shows to make it seem like it's just entertainment, but when in actuality it's truly actually happening. Whether people realize it or not. Some people are asleep, some people aren't. And then if you aren't asleep, then more times than likely you have to pick your side. You're either going to be the one who's going to get wrongfully persecuted, or you're going to be the one that's going to be assisting in the persecution of other people, whether that they're good people or bad people. But at the end of the day, you just don't want to be the one that's being persecuted. So and you kind of realize that once you pick the side that God hopes that you pick, and that's to not actually turn on people, and to actually, like, God is hoping, God is always watching no matter what, because every single religious doctrine or spiritual view will tell you that earth in itself, this physical realm, our flesh, this is literally a battleground. It's a battleground for good and evil. Of course there's going to be a lot of atheists that's going to be out there and say, oh, I don't believe in heaven or hell. I think some people just do bad things, and some people just do good things, and when we die, we just probably just die. And I was like, nah, it's a lot deeper than that. But you go ahead, you keep your energy that way. You just I'll still look out for you, but I'm just saying, it's a lot deeper than that. But anyway, only reason it's dark in here is because, well, I'm just laying down, and I was going through some thoughts. I was actually going to read one of my most frequently listened to scriptures from the Bible, and I hope that maybe some to you guys will be able to hear this and be able to recognize that one thing I know for certain is that nothing on this planet ever just happens brand new. Everything that happens on this planet is literally, and I mean it's literally, a replay of something else that has happened in the past. So no matter what you're going through, just remember it has already happened to someone before. I mean, it kind of makes sense when you think about how people say, oh, you must have been so and so in a past life or whatever. That's because we actually are living, I believe we are actually living the lives of people who lived before us. It's just that we're a different generation now. So when you think about how people I don't know. There's so much to wrap my mind around, and I'm like, man, I'm only 32, but I'm about to get all of this. I'm about to get all of this. And all of you TIs, I suggest you all just start doing start doing videos. Document everything that you go through, whether it's written down or it's a video or it's an audio recording. Preferably don't save it onto your phone because then it could be manipulated. If you're going to save it anywhere, put it on like a portable hard drive or something like that, or upload it to the internet completely. If you could put it on multiple platforms, then do that. I mean, of course, if you're being remote nor monitored, they basically see everything you do, hear everything you hear, stuff like that. But yeah, so I'm actually gonna read off. I was thinking about playing it, but I said, you know what? Workers of iniquities, they like to constantly try to disrupt my I call it my sleep meditative my meditative sleep Bible study in a sense, because while I'm sleeping I'm listening to it, but also while I'm listening to it in my sleep I'm basically trying to meditate on it subconsciously, right? Okay, so now okay. Alright, so this shouldn't take too long. Alright. This is Psalms 94. O Lord God, to whom vengeance belongeth. O God, to whom vengeance belongeth, show thyself. Lift up thyself, thou judge of the earth. Render a reward to the proud. Lord, how long shall the wicked triumph? How long shall they utter and speak hard things? And all the workers of iniquity boast themselves? They break in pieces thy people, O Lord, and afflict thine heritage. They slay the widow and the stranger, and murder the fatherless. Yet they say, the Lord shall not see, neither shall the God of Jacob regard it. Understand, ye brutish among the people, and ye fools, when will ye be wise? He that planted the ear, shall he not hear? He that formed the eye, shall he not see? He that chastiseth the heathen, shall not he correct? He that teacheth man knowledge, shall not he know? The Lord knoweth the thoughts of man, that they are vanity. Blessed is the man whom thou chastenest, O Lord, and teachest him out of thy law, that thou mayest give him rest from the days of adversity, until the pit be digged for the wicked. For the Lord will not cast off his people, neither will he forsake his inheritance, but judgment shall return unto righteousness, and all the upright in heart shall follow it. Who will rise up for me against the evildoers? Or who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity? Unless the Lord had been my help, my soul had almost dwelt in silence. When I said, my foot slippeth, thy mercy, O Lord, held me up. In the multitude, in the multitude of my thoughts within me, thy comforts delight my soul. Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by a law? They gather themselves together against the soul of the righteous. and condemn the innocent blood. But the Lord is my defense, and my God is the rock of my refuge. And he shall bring upon them their own iniquity, and shall cut them off in their own wickedness. Yea, the Lord our God shall cut them off. And I just actually really enjoy. I really enjoy reading Psalms anyway, because for the most part, I feel like Psalms, between Psalms and I say Proverbs one. Well, much of the Bible actually talks about gangstalkers in a sense, because you gotta remember, this is like a satanic, ritualistic, activity. Because it cultivates negative energy. Like, just think about it. People who band together to destroy other people's lives for the sake of what? Probably obtaining worldly material things, and in the Bible it says, don't, well, I'm just paraphrasing, but it says, don't run with people who basically cause mischief and spread lies and try to damage other people's lives so that they all can have one purse, or so that they all can become rich off of the the damage that they've created of another person's life or livelihood. So it's like, you just gotta remember that if you're being wrongfully persecuted against, and it's a ton of people, I mean, it's groups of people coming after you, you gotta remember this. You know yourself probably better than most other people will ever know you. God knows you much better than you'll ever know yourself. If you know you've never did anything wrong to anyone, or you never really like truly didn't do anything wrong to anyone, like truly, but yet people are still coming after you, and they're still trying to persecute you, they're still lying against you, they're still trying to destroy you, they're still trying to make your life miserable. They're trying, and some days it will get hard. It will get hard, there's gonna be some days where you just don't even want to really fight back no more. You just want to just hope that it all just go away, or you just hope that the Lord just takes you then, but you don't commit suicide. Don't even give them the satisfaction, because then they win that way. The perps win that way. They win by, if you were to commit suicide, or if you were to end up in prison, and then if, I don't know, they basically, that's how they make their money. That's how they get the things that they want. They got to get you to kill yourself, or they got to get you locked up somehow. So you got to remember that God said that when he picks, when his children of this world are being persecuted, it's literally because you are chosen by God to actually be, an example of someone who will show their faith and their strength through the Spirit, which gives us life. So just remember, don't give up. Always keep in mind that you're not alone. There are hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of people who are being targeted using these psychotronic, electronic, whatever you want to call them, technologies and all this, and I mean, in my situation and probably other black people's situation, they're gonna say that you snitching. But at the end of the day, you ain't snitching, because for the most part, one, you didn't do nothing to nobody, and two, this what's happening right now, this goes beyond anything that's street code or anything. This is literally a human rights. Like, this is against anything humane. This isn't like drug dealing. This isn't like, prostitution. This isn't like anything else. This is like one of the worst types of things that could probably happen in all of humanity. The last people that really tried to be successful with this were the Nazis. So if you think about, what they're trying to do, they're basically trying to normalize it. This is electronic human trafficking, basically. It's like a cyber holocaust. It's so many things. There's so much wrong. There's so much wrong with it. And it's sad because a lot of people just don't get it yet. They believe that you don't get it because you're actually not going along with it. But it just amazes me because I'm just like, there's no way people supposed to be cool with the idea that men, women, and children are being assaulted using radio frequencies, extremely low frequencies, dream manipulations, sterilization with the use of dirty electricity. There's so many different things. Like, I just came in contact with a woman that lives in upstate New York, and she's a single parent, and she was telling me about how she's been going through her torment for years. And then I remember how my person was like, you're snitching on every black person in America. And I was like, this doesn't make sense because I'm finding black TIs too, so there's something wrong with this picture. So the woman, she's telling me about her situation. She's like, yeah, she's been persecuted, she's been tortured for like years, and then now her daughter's being tortured. And I asked, how old is her daughter? She said 12 years old. I said, 12 years old? 12 years old? And then that's not even the worst of it. Like, I've seen the stories and read the testimonies of some people where children as young as 2 years old are being harassed and assaulted by this technology. And it's just, I don't know, like, to think about it, like, how could you actually be okay with children being assaulted with this technology, and elderly people? I'm talking elderly women, and it's a great deal of elderly women that's definitely being targeted. A lot of them that I've actually come across are like ages 60 and older, and I'm just thinking to myself, you have to be one special kind of person to really just actually be okay with knowing you're taking part in the torture and torment of innocent people and children. But as long as you're getting something out of it that makes sure that your livelihood is good, you're all right about it. And I'm just like, man, Lord, take me now, because I don't even want to see what happens to the world. Like, I don't even want to see, because this is where we're at now. This is where we're at in this world right now, where people are actually assisting in the torment of men, women, and children who absolutely did nothing wrong to anyone. And then I'm just thinking to myself, I'm just like, wow, this is amazing stuff. This is amazing. And I'm like, the technology that they're using to cause harm to us is actually the same technology that can actually heal everybody. you know, even if you have mental illness, it could probably help heal you of that too. But what they have done is they basically have weaponized it. I mean, everything that's basically, you know, just about most advances in technology or devices or whatever, hell, even the wheel. Everything is basically it has a flip side to it, you know. If it was basically built to be, something to heal, trust and believe it can also be used to kill or hurt someone. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of get that off my chest, and then you know what? I think I'm gonna do one more. I'm gonna read off one more. I got another favorite one, right? And I believe this is it. Okay. So, alright, yeah, I'll read off this one. This one is going to be Psalm 37, the Psalm of David. Fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity. For they shall soon be cut down like the grass, and wither as the green herb. Trust in the Lord, and do good. So shalt thou dwell in the land, and verily thou shalt be fed. Delight thyself also in the Lord, and he shall give thee the desires of thine heart. Commit thy way unto the Lord. Trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass. And he shall bring forth thy righteousness as the light, and thy judgment as the noonday. Rest in the Lord, and wait patiently for him. Fret not thyself because of him who prospereth in his way, because of the man who bringeth wicked devices to pass. Cease from anger, and forsake wrath. Fret not thyself in any wise to do evil, for evildoers shall be cut off. But those that wait upon the Lord, they shall inherit the earth. For yet a little while the wicked shall not be. Yea, thou shalt diligently consider his place, and it shall not be. But the meek shall inherit the earth, and shall delight themselves in the abundance of peace. The wicked plotteth against the just, and gnasheth upon him with his teeth. The Lord shall laugh at him, for he seeth that his day is coming. The wicked have drawn out the sword, and have bent their bow, to cast down the poor and needy, and to slay such as be of upright conversation. Their sword shall enter into their own heart, and their bows shall be broken. A little that a righteous man hath is better than the riches of many wicked. For the arms of the wicked shall be broken, but the Lord upholdeth the righteous. The Lord knoweth the days of the upright, and their inheritance shall be forever. They shall not be ashamed in the evil time, and in the days of famine they shall be satisfied. But the wicked shall perish, and the enemies of the Lord shall be as the fat of lambs. They shall consume, into smoke shall they consume away. The wicked borroweth, and payeth not again. But the righteous showeth mercy, and giveth. For such as be blessed of him shall inherit the earth, and they that be cursed of him shall be cut off. The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord, and he delighteth in his way. Though he fall, he shall not be utterly cast down, for the Lord upholdeth him with his hand. I have been young, and now am old. Yet have I not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread. Remember that. Remember that. He is ever merciful and lendeth, and his seed is blessed. Depart from evil and do good, and dwell forevermore. For the Lord loveth judgment, and forsaketh not his saints. They are preserved forever, but the seed of the wicked shall be cut off. The righteous shall inherit the land, and dwell therein forever. The mouth of the righteous speaketh wisdom, and his tongue talketh of judgment. The law of his God is in his heart. None of his steps shall slide. The wicked watcheth the righteous, and seeketh to slay him. Remember, because they always have to basically surveil you for a while before they actually start to work against you. Isn't that exactly how gangstalking works? The Lord will not leave him in his hand, nor condemn him when he is judged. Wait on the Lord and keep his way, and he shall exalt thee to inherit the land. When the wicked are cut off, thou shalt see it. I have seen the wicked in great power, and spreading himself like a green bay tree. Yet he passed away, and lo, he was not. Yea, I sought him, but he could not be found. Mark the perfect man, and behold the upright, for the end of that man is peace. But the transgressors shall be destroyed together. The end of the wicked shall be cut off. But the salvation of the righteous is of the Lord. He is their strength in the time of trouble. And that's why I always keep telling people, I'm like, look, God willing, God willing. Last part. And the Lord shall help them and deliver them. He shall deliver them from the wicked and save them because they trust in him. And that's it, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead. Well, I was sleepy at first, but I don't know. I'll probably still go to sleep or something. Right now, they basically they're using their frequencies on one of my lower back muscles. So they're basically trying to make it so that I'm in constant pain in my back. They're doing that. Then, of course, they're also using the dirty electricity against my testicles. They're trying to sterilize me and everything. So. And then I sleep with earplugs on so I don't have to hear the noise campaigns. But one thing I gotta mention to you is like you could literally hear the sounds of the frequencies being used on you. Buy some earplugs. I kid you not. Even if you're not being targeted and you're watching this video, buy some earplugs. Like 33 decibel earplugs, right? And you stick them in your ear. You can literally hear the sound of the frequencies, and it's like a wee. I kid you not. I can't make this up. You can literally hear it. The way that I know this is because you have to be able to basically, you gotta remember frequencies are almost like, they're basically like kind of undetectable when it comes to all sounds that surround you. When you have like environmental sounds and You got like the sound of your air conditioner going and stuff like that. What you got to do is you got to plug your put your these the put earplugs on, and then you can literally hear the sound of the frequencies going in your brain. And the normal human body, you can't hear your own body's frequencies. The only thing you should be hearing is your heartbeat. But you'll know that you're being monitored if you can actually hear the sound of frequencies in your head after you plugged up your ears. There's no way that you should be able to hear anything else but your heartbeat if you plug your ears up with earplugs. If you hear frequencies, you're being remote neural monitored. And if you're being remote neural monitored, that means they already have access to your brain and your central nervous system. If they have access to your brain and central nervous system, they have gained access to all of your thoughts, all of your memories, every single detail about you that has been processed in your brain. They have access to it. So, like I said, everybody just, all the empowered individuals out there, just, keep the faith and, document everything, record. We don't necessarily know, how long we have on this earth, but God says not to worry about it because no man or woman knows when their time will come. So I say, you know what? Might as well document it, because in that way, if something does happen to us, it ain't gonna be no mystery. We were telling you for the longest. So I'm just like, don't let them get away with trying to take you out the easy way. And when God finally does call us up, just remember, Earth is the battleground. Earth is the battleground between good and evil. Always remember that. Earth is the battleground between good and evil. So just remember to keep doing good, keep practicing peace, love, and patience. And, remember what I always say: one step, one breath, one thought, one day at a time. Stay blessed.